Chapter 4. Thump! The ground shook. The Vananosaurus dashed behind the leafy tree. Thump! A stronger tremor shook the ground. The Vananosaurus peeked out from behind a branch and bobbed his head up and down. In the distance, wood was snapping and cracking. The tremors were getting stronger. Whatever it is coming our way, Chimey said. Fast, added Tess. They looked at each other. We've got to get out of here, Chimey yelled. Which way? Suddenly, Chimey's bag was yanked off his back. Chimey spun around and saw the Vananosaurus charging into the jungle, clutching it in his mouth. Wanna! Chimey sprinted after him, with Tess close behind. The little dinosaur skidded to a halt by a shallow stream. He turned and looked Chimey in the eyes. Then he jerked his head toward the stream and plunged in. The ground shook again. Juana's leading us to safety, Chimey shouted, jumping into the stream after him. Smart, Tess panted. The water will mask our scent. Juana led them up the stream to where it trickled through a jumble of huge rounded rocks. He glanced back and leaped out of the water. Chimey and Tess followed, stumbling and splashing. They scrambled onto the rocks and stood, dripping. Where did he go? Chimey said. Roar! Something crashed through the trees behind them. Chimey whirled around and lost his footing on the wet stone. He grabbed onto Tess's stick to steady himself, but this time the stick came away and fell into the water as they both toppled and slid down between two rocks. Chimey landed with a thud and found himself staring into a reptilian face. Gronk! Juana greeted Chimey and Tess by nuzzling them with his bony head, and Chimey was happy to see his backpack again. Are we safe? Chimey whispered. Is that thing that was chasing us gone? They listened. I think so, Tess breathed. Thud! The rocks shook. It's here, Tess whispered. Chimey peered up through the gap above his head. Instead of the trees of the jungle, he saw a dark, slimy hole. Suddenly, a blast of slime flew from the hole and splattered Chimey's face. Arg! Chimey wiped his face. I think that's its nose. The creature lifted its head and roared. Roar! The sound rumbled around the rocks. Chimey could see its jaws. Pieces of rotting flesh dangled from its fangs. Ugh, bad breath. Chimey gagged, worse than stinky ginkgo fruit. It doesn't look friendly, Tess said. What is it? An enormous yellow eye rimmed with bright orange scales studied Chimey through the gap in the rocks. Don't need dino data, Chimey stammered. It's a T-Rex. Chapter 5.